Welcome back to Majestic Mayhem. I'm Death Dealer,
And I'm Pink Pickles.
and obviously we are a little later than usual. I take full responsibility for it. It is my cause this time. Uh, Obviously, I had quite a list to take care of for the main man, Death himself, on top of all the other I can't use the word yet because it's too early in the show, but the effery has been strong today. The drama has been real. I've been dealing with thing after thing after thing after thing. So bear with me in my scatteredness. But I'm here. I showed up.
Is
And
there a full moon this weekend or something?
I have no idea. But you know what? It's all good because at least I look cute.
You do. Your little bats.
Yeah. And I got my skull shirt on, which my roses. So,
It's
yeah.
Summerween, right? Isn't that what they call it? Because
Yeah.
everyone's, yeah, who cares? Get that summer stuff out of the stores. Give us Halloween stuff.
Yeah, and I
We're
was a
ready.
little something different. I got pigtails today. I never don't wear pigtails too often on the show, but not a lot of my hairstyles show up very well on camera. This is one of the few that does. So, let's say hi to chat. Give me a second. Well, actually, you probably have it up
Yep.
forward, so why don't you go ahead and start?
So, as always, Perry's here.
Hey, Paris.
David R., Sir X Man, uh, DJ, aka Mr. Miami, uh, Mr. Slopper himself, iconic video games.
Nice.
I know, and there's no, we have no gross food things to talk about this week either. I really hope you went back last week and you heard the gross food thing that I had just for you, Axel, because he came in the chat like right after we talked about it.
Yes, yes, that's true. Yeah, he did. He did do that,
Yeah.
didn't he? Excuse me, I'm having a hard time. For some reason, my volume button isn't working the way it normally does, so I had to open the thing so I can. Alright, I think it's loud
That
enough.
little computer noise is like the worst noise ever because that's the something is going wrong, and then if you're like me, you just get frustrated, and then it just all you can hear like when I'm at work from my office is bing, 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 because I just keep spamming the button because I'm getting mad that it doesn't work.
Well, because I had to pull up the sound thing
Yeah,
every time I try and turn the volume up or down, it was dinging the whole time. So it's
yeah.
like I don't know if it's louder than what the voices and stuff because well, you know how it goes. You
Yeah.
know how it is. Excuse me, everybody. I've been dealing with allergies the last few days. It's been raining a lot, so of course the pollen and the mold and everything has just been driving my allergies insane. So, forgive me. I'm going to be a bit of a sneezer and itcher and the runny noser today. I did take allergy medication, but as most people with allergies know, it doesn't always
No.
work well. At least my eyes aren't watering, so there's that.
I say allergy medicine just brings you from being miserable to slightly less miserable.
Yeah,
That's really all it does.
yeah. And come to find out, actually, I don't know if you know this, but the same ingredient that's in Benadryl that makes you sleepy is the same thing that's in ZQuil and a lot of other sleep aid medications. So you're better off just taking Benadryl instead of ZQuil
Yep.
and most. Yeah, I did not know that until recently. I was like, well, that explains a lot. Although now they found out that if you take Benadryl like on a consistent basis for long periods of time, it could possibly cause, I think, like Alzheimer's or dementia or something.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, isn't that interesting? Also, word of the wise, anyone who's on cholesterol medication, believe it or not, I'm not saying don't take it. By all means, take your
Yeah.
medications that you were
Listen to your
prescribed,
doctor.
but long-term use of cholesterol medication, because the medication can't differentiate between good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, your brain actually needs cholesterol. So that could be a concern in the long run. So if you do not have to take it, I would absolutely talk to your doctor about it. But if you do not have to take it long term, I would kind of recommend not taking it long if you can. If you can. I'm not saying, if you absolutely need it, please take it. You know, just a little information. Just a little info. Oh, and one of the things, I might as well bring it up since I'm using the cup. One of the things that I did right before I got ready to sit down to start the show is you've all seen my prescription liquid scream cup that I got. It had because it's supposed to like a pill bottle, and it had a glass lid that was the pill bottle cap. Yeah, that's what shattered for me right as I was getting ready to I had gotten it down and the lid came off, and it didn't just shatter on my floor like most things would, like, a lot of people have. No, no, no. It shattered on my sink, my counter, my floor,
Just exploded.
everywhere. Yeah, and because my dog's food and water dish are nearby, of course I had to, you know. So I did the best I could because I was trying to hurry up to get on. So I do still have glass in my sink and a little on the counter that I have to clean after this. But at least it's not on my floor where the kid or the dog can get to it. And I already warned Tiny Giant, stay away from the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's been a great time. It's great. So how is your week? At least how's your day been? What have you done today? Tell me some good stuff. Give me something good. Tell me something awesome.
Today was perfectly fine. My yesterday was my entertaining day. We cleaned out the garage yesterday.
Mm.
So Frank and Fred, which huge shout out to them, they came over to help us clean out the garage. So last year, Frank, we told him don't walk through. We have like the little tiny hill in our front yard. We're like, don't walk through the little plants. You're gonna get poison ivy. He didn't listen. It was like poison ivy on steroids. Like he had to go to the doctor to get medicine because like it was like just extra strength poison ivy.
Oh no.
So this year he's like, nope, I'm gonna stay away. So now we have this little vine weed thing growing, and it's like sticking into the driveway. And I'm like, okay, as we're all bringing stuff to the curb, we're gonna keep running into this vine. Let me trim it. So here I am at the end of the driveway, and I'm pulling it out there. Perry sees me, and he yells because he's like Mr. Germaphobe. They're all got gloves on. Of course, I'm not wearing gloves. So he's like, what are you doing? You don't have gloves on. You're going to get poison ivy. And I was like, no, I'm not. This thing's not poison ivy. Yeah, well, I didn't account for that wasn't poison ivy, but that like grew through the poison ivy. So as I was pulling it, and like the vine came up and smacked my neck. Yeah, both my arms. Oh, sorry for my dryer noise that's going off in the background. Both of my arms are covered in poison ivy. I don't know if you could see it. I don't know because it just kind of looks like a red rash. My hair's unruly. You could see all right here.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I can see it like here, but down lower I can't really see it. I can see it more like on your like this.
Yes. Yep. Like I said, my arms. Only surprisingly not that much on my hands. I don't really know what I did.
That's good.
Yes. So now I'm covered in poison ivy. That's why I had to have the wash done today in the dryer because I was like, obviously I knew I was going to wash my clothes, but I was like, oh God, I hope that it wasn't like on my pillowcase or something. So I had to make sure I dried that before I went to bed. So after I get myself, not knowing that I just covered myself in poison ivy. Oh, and it's on my shoulder. I don't know how that happened.
Hey, I hate to interrupt before you get any further. When you washed this stuff, did you wash it with dish soap by any chance, along with laundry soap?
No. Should I have?
You need to do that.
Okay.
Because part of the thing with poison oak, poison ivy, and those things is the reason, believe it or not, is why you can touch it and actually spread it even after the fact, is because it has an oil on it.
Yes.
And yeah, believe it or not, just like if you spill cooking grease on a shirt and you
Mhm.
wash it, you still have a stain from the cooking
Okay.
grease on the shirt. Yeah, same thing. So soap, dish
Okay.
soap. You don't have. I mean, obviously, you can use regular laundry soap with it, but I would absolutely pour in not a full cup or anything
Yeah.
because you're gonna have a huge mess.
Yes.
But what I would do specifically is like, if you can, try and put the soap directly on the area, like, get it
Yeah.
wet, put a little on your hand, and then just kind of brush it on there. But if you can't, because it's a large spot, go ahead and take like, the cups how they come with like one, two, three, and
Yeah.
four. Do one load for a full
Okay.
load, and that should help.
Okay.
Or you
I'm totally gonna do that
can,
because
and
yeah.
word to the wise, and a lot of people don't know this too. Like, when you get new clothes and it's got that really toughness to it,
Yeah.
you add a little bit of vinegar, and that'll get just
Oh.
about anything, including smells, out of wash. And you can add like a whole cup or a half a cup to that.
Yeah.
So I would add a little bit of vinegar to that as
Okay.
well, just to be safe. I don't react to poison oak and ivy and all that, but a lot of people around me do.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned those things. So yeah, I just
I
didn't
have
want you to make the mistake of thinking like, oh, I
okay,
gotta
can you
clean
imagine
it.
if I spread it and made it even worse?
Well, that's what I was thinking is, God forbid it's
Oh.
on the sheets, and then you put that stuff on thinking, oh, I get it all clear, and then
Yeah.
tomorrow morning you wake up with not only just a little bit, but you're gonna have it worse than before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, it might be fine, but
Who wants to take that chance though? I don't.
because I care about you. I do love you, and I would hate to
Thank
see
you.
that happen. I know what a horrible
Uh,
experience that is. So, yeah,
it,
no, please do that for me.
it's actually, I don't know what happened. I've never had poison ivy like this. It's not horrible. I mean, poison ivy sucks, let's be real. But normally you get like the big bubbles with the clear liquid and like little blisters and stuff.
Mhm,
Mine, it just looks like a rash, but I have some black spots in it. So of course I had to, look this up, and I think it's called black spot poison ivy.
mhm,
That the concentration of the oil, I guess, is so much once it hits the sun, it oxidizes.
mhm,
But the benefit of that is that you don't get the blistering that you normally do.
mhm.
So it's not as itchy as normal poison ivy, which thank
Okay.
God, considering it's all, I'm telling you, it's from my elbows to my wrists is like, yeah. So thank God it's,
Definitely get some Alvino body wash. They usually have the
I'm like the oatmeal. I have that. I don't know why I didn't think to use that this
so
morning.
yeah, it usually has like the sensitive, and it's
Yep.
usually oatmeal. Yeah, use that,
Well, I
especially for
do.
a while.
Well, I do have cortisone. I have cream to put on it,
Oh yeah, definitely put clovers
and
on.
then I'm going to be taking Claritin.
Benadryl,
Well, they said, well,
Benadryl
because
cream too.
Benadryl makes you drowsy. So if
Oh
I,
no, I was gonna say they have a cream. They
oh, they
actually have
do.
a topical
Okay.
ointment, and believe it or not, I would get a tube of that anyway just to have in the house
Yeah.
because it works for so many different things, including eczema, bug bites, any kind of rashes and things. Like, it's amazing to have in general.
See, I would never think to use a cream for that.
Hmm.
Um, but when I was getting the cortisone 10, I got the one that said like for poison ivy and stuff. But then I saw they have one which I'm sure it's probably 99.9% the same thing, and it said like for eczema, and I was like, "Oh, it never even occurred to me to like have something in between lotion and something prescription because I don't have eczema, but I'm pasty and don't do well with dry skin. So I've been using like eczema level lotion, but I'm like, oh, this would be great. So when I get that dry patch that's always between my pinky and my ring finger every year, maybe I can not bleed this winter. So,
Believe it or not,
and
just because you don't think it's necessarily eczema, it very well actually might be
true, it
eczema.
could be.
You can get eczema in like very itty bitty little tiny
Yeah.
places. Like, I actually have a spot of eczema. Believe it or not, guys are gonna love this. And it happened, and it only actually became a thing probably with I would say it's less than 10 years. But I have a very little spot, literally right in between my breasts, and it's not that big. And when I get really sweaty and things like that, and real stressed and whatnot, it actually it is a
Flares
eczema
up.
spot. It flares up. I have to use the
Hmm.
and it doesn't bother me any other time. I use Benadryl ointment cream for a day or two or anything kind of like that, and it goes away just fine. I use Alvino body wash most of
Yeah.
the time anyway. I started doing that years ago with Tiny Giant when we stopped using baby soap because that's ridiculously priced, and
Yeah.
Alvino is way better anyway. So we just switched to Alvino, and no problems. Not many problems since.
Yeah.
But so anyways, let's look at the chat.
So
I see a lot of people writing things, and I have not kept up. I've not
I,
really looked much
yeah,
at it at
Sir
all.
X Men thinks because Perry had to reiterate that he told me to wear gloves. He did. To be fair, he did. Sir X Men said, "I'll bet she'll listen to you next time." I think you overestimate me.
Not
Right?
everyone's allergic to poison oak or
Yeah.
poison ivy and things. And believe it or not, it's excuse me, it's not as rare as you'd think. Myself and quite a few of my family members are actually immune to it. And the funniest thing is, while poison oak, poison ivy, and those none of those bother me. Believe it or not, there's a plant. I can't think of the correct name of it. They call it the Florida firecracker plant. It's beautiful. It's this. They grow tall, almost like a tree, but they look like a tall, thin bush. They grow these big leaves that grow to be about that long or so, and they're about that wide, and they're like this burgundy, purple, yellow, and green. Gorgeous. They don't grow flowers, but they're just these beautiful leaves and things. And I react terribly, just like most people do to poison oak and poison
Huh.
ivy. I brush against that, and I get the hives and the blisters and the burn and everything else. So everybody has allergies to that stuff. My one of my good friends actually found that out when we were in the middle of the woods one day, setting up a Halloween trail. We were clearing some bush out, and I had a rake, and I was in the middle of just the middle of fields of greenery. And I'm raking it, trying to get it, and Dad stands there. He stops and he looks at me because he has an allergy, a severe allergy to
Hmm.
poison ivy, and he's like, "Oh my God, Dad, do not move!" And I was like, "Oh my God, what?" My first thought was, "Oh, there's like a." Because there was a small pond behind me. I'm like, oh, is there a croc, or a
Yeah.
gator like 5 feet behind me? Is there a wild boar? Is there a snake? Like, what's going on? Because he just freaked. It's like, oh my God, don't move. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's wrong? And he's like, because I was wearing shorts and I was wearing tennis shoes, obviously, but I was wearing shorts. And he's like, you're surrounded by poison ivy right now, sweetheart. I don't think you understand. You were surrounded by poison ivy. At this point, mom was off in another direction, had no idea what
Yeah.
was going on. And he's like, don't move. I'm going to go get mom. I'll be right. These are my doctor parents. I'll be right back. So he, of course, tells her, oh my God, you got to come see Dad. You got to come. We got to figure out what to do. We got to grab a sheet and a towel so we can kind of lay it down and da da da. And mom's, of course, freaking out, going, okay, what's going on? She knows what allergies I do and don't have. So she's thinking I'm surrounded by like Florida firecracker plants or
Yeah.
something. So she comes over with the blankets and the sheets and everything and the tarps ready to lay it down and everything. And she goes, okay, what's going on? And he's standing there and he points and he goes, look, look, look. She's surrounded by poison ivy, just surrounded by it. It's up to her knees. Oh my God, what are we going to do? She just started to laugh and she goes, sweetheart, she's fine. Just stay away from her. You
Yeah.
can't get anywhere near her, but she'll be, that's why I sent her over there because it doesn't affect
Yeah.
her. Stay away from her. It'll be fine. And he's, oh my God, but how are we going to get you in the car? Like, what if what if Tiny Giant has an allergy? I'm sure Dreadpool might have, because Dreadpool's allergic to friggin' some types of grass. It's like, oh my God, we can't have this in the car. She's like, don't worry, we've already got it planned out. We brought extra clothes. We're going to go ahead and strap her before we leave, put a blanket down and everything. She's just going to ride on a sheet on the way home. It's okay. He's like, he's just standing there looking at us and starts yelling at us. He's like, the least you could have done is tell me. I had no idea. Oh my God. Every time she's ever been around this stuff, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, Dad. I didn't think about it. It never crossed anybody's mind.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to freak you out. And yeah, he was
At least he was
definitely.
concerned, though, right? He didn't
Oh,
want you to get it.
oh yeah, no, I'm not mad. Like, I thought it was so endearing. I'm like, I felt so bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I mean, at this point, he had known me for like well over 15 years at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. And we've been out in the woods numerous times. I'm like, I thought you knew. That's usually why Mom sends me over there to take care of the poison oak. And he's like, well, I knew the poison oak, but I didn't know. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Next time we'll warn you. He's like, do you have anything else you don't have reactions to? I'm like, pretty much everything but the Florida the Florida firecracker plant. That's it. Otherwise, everything else, no. And pineapple. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, now we know who to send in.
Yep.
Like, because it's not, like I said, it's not an allergy you'd expect most people to have. And that's not the only time I've ever had an instance where an adult has lost their mind.
Yeah. But because it's miserable. If you get it, especially if you get over a large area of your body, it's miserable. Luckily, like I said, I haven't had it in over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have listened to Perry. I will state for the record, I should have listened to Perry that I wouldn't have it. And luckily, I'm not super miserable. Yeah, I just hope this doesn't take like weeks. I hope in a few days it starts to go away. We'll see. I hope because I don't have the blisters and it's just like a rash type, I hope it goes away quicker.
Actually, Dreadpool got exposed to some poison ivy one weekend when we were out. And he didn't realize what it was at first because he didn't see it when it happened. He just realized after the fact when he got this big old well on his arm. And he's like, what is this? And I'm like, honey, you got into poison ivy. I'm so sorry. And he's like, what do I do? I'm like, well, stay still. I ended up cleaning it off and taking care of everything because it's like, and he's like, well, what about you? I'm like, honey, I took it and rubbed it against my face. I was like, look, I'm fine. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you. So far, I don't think Tiny Giant has any reactions to any of it, but the Florida firecracker plant, of course. They had one at her school, and she bumped into it and got a nice welt on her arm. Yeah. And luckily, ours isn't like poison ivy. We don't get the blisters. We just get nice welts that kind of burn. So that was a nice little experience for her. But I was like, hey, now we know.
Yeah.
You're not allergic to poison oak or poison ivy. So, hey, there's that. Good news. But
well, Well, I was gonna say so after I got yelled at and I should have listened for cleaning that up.
Yes.
The three of them go inside to look at something, and I'm out in the driveway, and because I was trimming like two more little vine things, and something that's buzzing lands on my head.
Back out there trimming those vine things. Perry should have gone out there and ripped out the rest of the poison ivy for you. And then,
I think because he's a smart one. He doesn't ever get anything because he's the smart one who stays away from it all and tells all of us, and none of us listen.
Perry, come on. You're a man. You could put on long sleeves, some gloves, and gone out there and you'd rather your wife risk her time to do it.
Well, he didn't know I was doing it until I was halfway done. I wasn't gonna. He turned around as I was yanking. I had already cut it, and I already had some of them pulled out. And as I'm yanking the rest, and he's like, "What are you doing? Boy, I told you not to do that." Because he told me not to trim it. He told me to stay away.
You shouldn't have had it in the yard to begin with. He should have already. Perry, I'm telling you should have already taken it out before it got to the point because you shouldn't have poison ivy. There's no reason for you and for you people in particular to have poison ivy in your yard. Come on. I'm just
Well, it's still there.
But what about you? Should
It's
have
a
had
point in the
Frank
yard
do
that
it.
we don't go in, so I
You
have
should have had
to.
Frank at least go out and do it. You know, he would have done
No,
it.
because Frank learned his lesson. Because last year he got the poison ivy and steroids, so he learned his lesson. He stayed away.
I'm sure there's some kind of
Ah. Well, we're good for now. For now, we're good because
is it
the
still
little
there?
vine
It's all
piece.
gone.
Oh no, the poison. No, because I didn't get rid of the poison ivy. I got rid of some overgrowing vine that grew through the poison ivy.
See,
The
this is
poison
why I miss
ivy.
crackheads. You could have paid a crackhead to do it.
The poison
$5 and he
ivy
would
has
have
been
done it.
there for years, but it's on this little hill, so it's like we don't ever go through it. There's no point to walk over there, so it doesn't bother us. So it just sits there.
Mm-hmm.
Really, just when this little weed vine thing grows again, I just need to trim it when it starts and doesn't grow into the poison ivy. Or we just need to get the guy who does our lawn to get rid of the poison ivy. But
Yes, have
you know,
him do it. You have a long guy. Have him do it. Come
well,
on now.
so as I'm out there, right? So I'm trim these extra couple little vines, and this thing is buzzing and it lands on my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is. I just know it's something that's buzzing. So I'm shaking my head, trying to get this thing off my head, and finally, it's not on my head anymore. Yeah, it was a bee because it flew in my shirt and it stung me on my shoulder. So now I have a bee inside of my shirt that stung me. So now I am running down the driveway, screaming, like pulling my shirt off I need the bee to get out of my shirt. They heard me scream, but they thought it was the cats upstairs. Then
Mm-hmm.
when I got close enough to the garage, I was yelling Perry's name. So now the three of them come running outside. My shirt's half off, so I'm trying to like pull it back down so I'm not showing everything. And I was like, and I'm trying to explain what happened, and they're all just like, "Yeah, we thought it was the cats. We didn't come out." And yeah. So it was a mess yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I haven't been stung by a bee in 15 years, I forgot how much it hurts.
Yeah.
But it likely only hurts for like 5 minutes, and then it's okay. But yeah. But at least Perry didn't get stung. He's allergic to bees, so thank God he didn't get stung. That would not have been good. But
Oh no, he's allergic to bees. That sucks.
yes, but I'm not allergic to bees, so it was
That's
fine. I
good.
got stung. I was a baby for 5 minutes, got over it. Yeah.
I always feel bad for. I always try to save bees because there's not many of them. I always feel bad. So if I can, like, if they're really bothering me, like, I mean, like, if they're insisting on bothering me, I try to like shoo them off in another direction. You know what I mean? As long as you don't
Well,
smell bananas, you're okay.
yeah.
So
Well, but if you don't bother them, they don't really bother you. So I think because I was shaking my head to get it off of me, I should have just let it. If I would have just stood still for a minute, it would have flown away. It probably would have. But I didn't. And then when it was in my shirt, like right now it's trapped. So then I think that's when it went into attack mode. And yeah. Yeah. So David R said at least it wasn't a wasp because can't wasps sting you multiple times? Because a bee
if
can
you
only sting
don't kill
once.
them the first time,
Well, he
I've been
stung me on like the back of my shoulder, and he was in my shirt. I would have been stung multiple times if it was a
no,
wasp.
because not necessarily because you might have gotten stuck under your shirt and you might have been able to have enough time to go. Because I've actually been stung by a wasp.
Yeah.
Give me a second, I gotta think about this because it's been a long time. 3 different times.
Oh,
I've been stung by bees twice, but I've been stung by wasps 3 different times.
okay.
Each time I did kill them because they were, you know.
They're being jerks. They deserve it.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, one, I don't like wasps. They're useless creatures anyway. And they kill bees and things. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, I would never go out of my way to try and save a wasp. I will always kill a wasp. So yeah, I absolutely killed them because they stung me. The bees that stung me, I did not kill them. I was actually kind of upset because one of them that stung me, he actually left his stunger, so I knew he wasn't going to live.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, luckily, he didn't leave his stinger, so I was hopeful that he would survive. I was mad that he stung me, but I understand it. It's not like he was really trying to be mean. But yeah, wasps, F those things, man. they can get bent. And now, because of where I live, we now have killer wasp things. And trust me, if I
Oh,
ever come across those bad boys, you best believe they will know exactly why I am called Death. And my tagline is the bringer of. Oh, okay. So now that we have that, are you done with your story though? I don't want to keep interrupting you. I feel terrible.
nope. I'm
Okay.
done. Thank God
So
that's all that happened to me.
yeah, I'm so glad too. Okay,
Uh,
so we're gonna go back to the chat.
okay.
I saw a few things, but give me a second to find exactly where we left off with that. Okay. Hold on. Mr. Miami asked about new food release. I don't know what that's about, so I don't know much about in the
Oh,
way.
because that's what we were talking when I said I hope that Axel went back and watched
Oh,
about our
oh,
food from
oh.
last week. That's
Okay.
when,
All
yep.
right. Okay. Makes sense now. Okay. And then Sir X-Men said, am I the only one that doesn't like Chipotle? No, you are not. You are not alone. I despise Chipotle. I know, Pink, that you like Chipotle. And there are a lot of people that
I
like
like early
Chipotle.
2000s
Okay.
version of it.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten it in years because
See,
the last time I ate it, it was lame.
I've never liked Chipotle. And I've tried it a couple, I've given it a shot. I'd say, I think 4 times total. One time it was in Orlando, so it was a busy place. So and the food was always fresh and everything. So I figured it would be good. So I gave it a
Hmm.
real try, and the food was trash. It was just not good, not worth it. I thought it was way overhyped. I've had way better Mexican from somebody who had no business cooking Mexican. Um, the second time I had their food, it was a more local place, and aside from the fact that the workers just were miserable and did not want to be there and did not want to be of help, again, the food was just. It even looked unappetizing before they even started putting it together. But again, I gave
Yeah.
it the old college try because I was like, I'm gonna really try. It was trash. And then the other 2 times I walked in to go eat Chipotle with some friends of mine, nonetheless, a bunch of friends of mine, they talked me into it because they were like, I love Chipotle. It's so amazing. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I walked out.
It's that bad.
I took one look at them because it wasn't empty. It was busy.
Yeah.
There were people ordering food and everything, and I watched them make several dishes and everything. And I even stood there and watched them make 5 of my friends' foods while we were all hanging out and stuff. And I turned and looked at Dreadful and said, "Y'all can stay here, please, by all means. Eat your Chipotle. I am going to go ahead and go to any restaurant next door. And you know what? I don't really care for hot dogs. I don't really eat hot dogs. So I definitely do not go to restaurants to eat hot dogs. So this kind of just tells you I went to the hot dog place next door to get food because
That was a better option.
it was a much better, and all I got were cheese fries. And I was
Yeah.
perfectly happy with just that because I feel like one, Chipotle is overrated. I feel like the ingredients I've tried other people's dishes when they're around me and things. They've always offered me bites, oh, it's trash. I mean, if you like it, I love it for you. I personally feel like Taco Bell's better. Taco Bell is more authentic Mexican than Chipotle to me. That that's
See,
my opinion.
I still love Chipotle. Even the last time I went, it was kind of lame. Rumor is they're going to build one by my house. I'm totally going to go there. So I go to Chipotle like once every couple years. I feel like
Mhm.
it's the optimal amount of time to go.
Mhm.
I think the reason I like Chipotle so much, though, is I like that I get to pick what I want because I'm a very bland eater. and I only want to have like 3 ingredients. I don't want tons of stuff. So I think that's why I like Chipotle so much, because I get to pick what I want to put in it. And out of all the other places that are Chipotle knockoffs, Chipotle has the best rice. I don't like the rice in a lot of the other places.
See, I'd rather make rice at home. I feel like the rice is kind of. Mm, there's another place that I like, a Mexican place I like to. Give me a second. It's a taco place. It'll come to me later. The tacos are alright. They're not great, but the rice that they make is just,
Yeah.
and it's a chain place. For the life of me, I cannot think of what it's called. But anyways, next to the next one, and hi Frank. We did say hi Frank. Do, 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 do. We gotta.
Dreadpool asked if you're talking about fuzzies.
What is devil's dandruff, Axel?
I think it means a little nose candy.
Oh,
I'm assuming that's what he meant by it.
if that's what you're talking about. All right, maybe you can. Maybe shoot. Okay, I did not like last week's Star Trek episode. Okay, I don't watch Star Trek. I used to like Star Trek a lot. I feel like Star Trek kind of went along the ways of Star Wars and all of the Marvel comic movies. It's a lot. There's a lot of stories, deviations, and things. And don't get me wrong, I'll still watch some of it once in a while. It's just I prefer the really old stuff. Let's see. You stick of butter like Homer. I'm assuming it's something to do with allergies. Maybe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Today I learned about the history of highway rest areas. Do you know what he's referring to?
I have no clue. I don't know about the history of highway rest areas.
So, expert, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and message that to Pink and explain that one, because I need to know. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read. Wait, hold on. I just saw Pink.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this. Yeah, Perry said I got a fingernail in my food from Taco Bell like 15 years ago when we went. I blocked that from my mind. Like, yes, like somebody's entire fingernail was in my food. And this was like I had already eaten 3/4 of the food before I found it. It was disgusting.
Oh.
You know what though? I've eaten Taco Bell since, and I've gone back to that location since. Not gonna lie. So I feel like Taco Bell is one of those things that you know exactly what you're getting, and you're okay with paying, $1 for a taco, and you expect $1 quality of taco.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I found something. Okay. Seriously asked, have I ever been sunburned in Florida and how bad is it? I've never been sunburned. Okay. To answer that one, actually, for most of my life, I actually could not get sunburned. It was just something I was lucky enough to not have to deal with for a very, very long time. It wasn't until after I had our daughter that I actually got sunburned for the first. Other than we thought it was tanning oil, and I used Tan Accelerator one time. at noon, which is of course the hottest and
Yeah.
sunniest time of day, and we didn't realize it. And I think I sat out there for probably about 15 minutes on the front and back, and I blistered. I did not get. I didn't blister. I got really bad sunburn. I did not get sun poisoning
Hmm.
though. And then the worst I've ever been sunburned. I came real close to having sun poisoning. It was actually while I was pregnant because I didn't think I could sunburn because up until that point I had only ever had that one instance, and that was I don't consider that something I did naturally. That was
Yeah.
severely helped. Um, I sunburned really bad on my feet because I was wearing flip flops
Hmm.
and a dress and a tank top, and I sunburned on the backs of my legs, the tops of my feet, the front of my legs, and both arms, and of course my face a little bit. And my legs and my feet actually blistered. And I actually went in to make sure I didn't have sun poisoning. Thankfully, I didn't. I just had like the worst sunburn, and it hurt for probably about 2 days. And then after that, it didn't bother me. But other people I know, other family members, even that I have that do sunburn, it hurts. It's painful.
Yeah.
But the pain usually lasts for like a day or two. But expect to peel. You're gonna peel. So there's that. And I definitely recommend if you're coming to Florida or Hawaii or somewhere like that where it's really, really sunny, even California, definitely wear a lot of sunscreen and reapply sunscreen multiple times, even if you're not in the water, because you will sweat it off. And that's how we always know the tourists that come here, because they think, oh, I put sunscreen on at, 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, sweetheart, by noon, you need to reapply that. And then I would say probably about 2 o'clock, you need to reapply it again because it just, yeah, doesn't, yeah. I would, especially if you're not used to being in sun like that.
Eli said that he went swimming and got third-degree burns on his back, and he hasn't gone swimming outdoors in 10 years.
I believe it. And that's like another one.
Yep.
If you're swimming, even though it says waterproof, every hour at least put on more sunscreen. Always, 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 always.
I burn. I haven't gotten burnt in a very long time though, because I just don't stay out in the sun long enough. But like if I were on my lunch break at work, if I go outside
Hmm.
to go get lunch, so I get in my car, drive somewhere, get lunch, and come back,
Hmm.
I will be beet red like all afternoon. And we were outside at work. If went outside with flip flops for an hour, yeah, the tops of my feet would probably start to burn. So, like I said, I just do my best to not even put myself in the sun.
Believe it or not, the higher the SPF, the less it actually works usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The best SPF you can use is 30 or 50. 30 is the
Okay.
best. But for someone like you that burns like 5 minutes in the sun, take that 30 and reapply it like every half hour, 45 minutes guaranteed. And then
Yeah.
you'll be all right. And obviously, hats, umbrellas, things like that I recommend.
Like I
And
said, that's
even
why I
though
just
I
stay
don't
inside.
Yeah, even though I don't burn and I don't really care to tan just because it ages you and things.
Yeah.
Um I use sun umbrellas and stuff. Like I have parasols and all that good stuff. I mean, I don't wear burkas and all that because yeah, I it's too hot for me to cover all of this. But I absolutely have my parasols and my gigantic, you know, bougie sun hats and
Yep.
things. Yeah, take care of your skin, baby. Take care of your skin. Melanoma is a very real thing, and definitely get checked for it on a regular basis, even if you're only in your mid 20s. Because I had a friend that got a melanoma spot at 24.
Wow, that's
She
young.
did tanning beds too, but still, not the
Yeah.
point. You can get it in your 20s. So
Yep.
back to the chat. Where were we? Deadpool doesn't actually sunburn much either. He actually has only ever really gotten a little pink on his shoulders and his cheeks, and it's gone within an hour. He doesn't sunburn, even though he should put on suntan lotion. But he'll get skin cancer, and then I can say I told you so. So, oh hey, back from the dead. I don't know. Did we say hi to him? Did we see him?
Yeah, he joined after we said hi to everybody. So yes, so back joined. Eli joined us. Web Dave just joined us. Stevie Mac did. Oh, Venge! I totally missed that. Venge was in the chat. He joined us. Frank's here. Yeah.
Hi, hi, hi. I'm trying to read the comments so I can. Okay.
Apparently, yeah. Nobody in the chat. Nobody is a fan of Chipotle. That's what I learned.
But see, Mac, why did you write a lighter and hairspray works fine? Lighter and hairspray works
To
fine.
kill poison ivy.
Oh, yeah,
Or were you talking about killing? I don't know if you're talking about killing poison ivy or
Oh, I
killing
think he's talking about the wasp. I think he's talking about the wasp.
Yeah.
That does work. But you know what works really well with wasp? If you take a little container with some gasoline and put it up to the nest and then just kind of shake it. Wait a minute. They fall right into it. No problem. Okay. A little bit of bee venom is actually, yeah, Stevie, you are good right on that one. Bee venom is actually can be good for you in small doses, especially for people that are allergic to bees. Believe it or not, it's exposure therapy under the guise of doctors only. But I don't think Perry would be the kind of person for that. First of all, no offense, I think he's a bit too old for something like that because after a certain age, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it also has to do with how severe the allergy is. And a lot of times it doesn't necessarily get rid of the allergy, it just makes it a little less life threatening. That's all. Okay, where am I?
Oh yeah, Perry punched a bee by accident and killed it last week. He had his hand outside the car window, and he had it outside, like kind of in a fist.
Mm-hmm.
A bee flew into it, so he punched the bee, but then the bee came into the car because he didn't realize at first that he killed it. He didn't even know what it was. So I pulled into the first parking lot so he could get out in case there was a live bee in the car. He would have get stung, and we couldn't find it. So we're like, yeah, you totally. So now there's a dead bee somewhere. So yeah, Perry apparently is getting revenge on the bees. Punched him last week.
That's funny. Don't punch bees. Bees are nice. I know you're allergic to them, but be nice to them. As long as you don't smell like flowers, they'll leave you alone usually. Just kind of walk away. If you usually, believe it or not, because bees aren't really that, you kind of just smack them. At least in my experience, they usually kind of just leave you alone. But again, don't take my word for it. You're the one, unless you're carrying an EpiPen, don't take my word for it. Are you carrying an EpiPen? You should be carrying one because bees are one of those things you should really have.
He's got one. We probably have to get a new prescription for it, though.
You should have one. The only reason I don't have one is because they won't give me one because apparently pineapple's not serious enough for me to have an EpiPen walking around. I have to pay out of pocket, which is really stupid considering they put pineapple in. Hold on, we've reached that time. They put pineapple in fucking everything now, especially any bullshit that says natural preservatives. You ever think about that? Most people don't realize that. If you read a label where it's the all natural crap and it says, oh, only made with natural ingredients, and then it says natural preservatives, they don't tell you what that natural preservative is. You want to know what it is? Fucking pineapple. I had to find that out the hard way back in the early 2000s when the health thing started and they started putting natural preservatives into a lot of things. Check this wildness out. Hawaiian Punch. Yeah, high C, the high C Hawaiian Punch, the stuff that with the kid that would, not the kid, the guy that would wear the, yeah. Okay.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, that stuff. No one has ever picked up a container of that and thought, "Oh, natural fruit juices." No, our parents and us picked it up thinking, "Oh, it's basically Kool-Aid pre-mixed." No one's ever looked at it and been like, "Oh, it's a healthy drink, natural fruit juices." No one's ever thought that. Okay. Well, sometime around I'm gonna say 20 between like 2010 and 2014, they decided to jump into the health kick of natural this, natural that. Okay. So I didn't realize it. I had bought some for a party for the kids. It was one of the kids' birthday parties. And I had to worry about other things already, other allergies. I have some family members that are allergic to like red dye 40
Mhm.
and things like that and what have you. So, being me, went through all this work to find it. Well, High C Hawaiian Punch met a lot of the criterias. So I'm reading the labels and everything's good so far. I bought it was raspberry uh pink lemonade. Lemonade.
And it had pineapple in it.
And it was like, oh, natural preservatives. Pineapple, because it just said natural preservative on the
Yeah.
label. I brought it home, and thankfully, I didn't wait until the party because it was one of those big, gigantic containers.
Yep.
I didn't wait till the party to try it. I wanted some because I grew up on it just like every
Yeah.
other
Sounds
kid.
delicious.
Absolutely. So I poured me a big old glass of it and start drinking it, and I got probably halfway through the cup and went, "Oh no, something's wrong." Sure enough, had an episode, lost my mind, did what I had to do. I go to a hospital, take care of that. They're asking me what was I exposed to, so I tell them, I just had Hawaiian punch. Took a picture of the bottle, everything, pulled it up online to show the doctor. The doctor looked at me and he said, "I hate to tell you this," he said, "but anything from here on out that says natural preservatives,
No go.
you can't have."
Which is like everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
I know.
Which
I
is
think it's
why,
ridiculous that they don't have to tell you the ingredients. That they can just say, "Oh, natural preservatives." How are you supposed to know if that's going to kill you or not?
well, most people, well, here's the kicker. There are other things that are natural preservatives.
Yeah.
It's just pineapple is the cheapest natural preservative.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Although, because of my writing into several companies, and I'm sure I'm not the only one because I'm not the only one with this allergy and this problem,
Yeah.
they have started putting it in quotations after they write natural preservative. They'll put pineapple now in some of them. It's like,
Okay.
I appreciate that you're trying to be healthy, but was the artificial preservative truly that bad? Honestly, it really
Yeah.
wasn't, as far as anything I've looked into and been able to find. It's not. It just means things have longer shelf lives.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is this is more or less a money grab for a couple of reasons. Anyway, back to, so we're still. I still see a few things about Chipotle.
It is the chat really? They're not Chipotle fans.
Yeah, I see that. Nobody likes Chipotle. I don't blame 'em. I don't know how they're open. I feel like it's going to be the next mattress business where they're just a money laundering scheme.
I think that they're big. Well, I mean, all of the problems with it, because someone had mentioned the lettuce the problems with the food poisoning is obviously a huge problem that people don't want to go. But then the portion sizes are just getting so ridiculous. And I know we're getting shrinkflation everywhere. Every portion size ever is going down.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you can't pay a premium for something that, right? Like I said, you go to Taco Bell, and even though Taco Bell, you don't buy $1 taco anymore, you know, it's a $2 taco or whatever. You can't go get Taco Bell quality and then be charged $10 for it. No, that's their problem. But
oh yeah, no, I absolutely
yeah,
agree. So, do you have any interesting news stories?
Of course I do.
Okay, all
I
right.
see all week long when I see things,
Mm-hmm.
I save them because I'm like, okay, this is a good one. And so I saw one this morning, and I've been thinking about this all day long.
Do we have pictures to go with it? Tell me there's pictures to go with it.
Not for this one. I do have
Oh.
pictures for one of the other stories though, because I got some Florida man stories.
Oh, wait. Do the one with pictures first. Do the one with
Okay,
pictures first.
so this happened in Lake County, Florida. I have no clue where Lake County is. Beats me. This happened. So when 7 a.m. Friday, so not this Friday, but like a week ago Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody called in because this is what their house looked like. And I believe that on the other side there was damage too. This is from an excavator came and just like chopped at this person's house. They know. I'm pretty sure they know who did it though, because on the side, like the end of the home was spray painted with the guy's name, and it said, "You fucked with the wrong girl." So I don't know if the girl. I'm assuming there's cheating involved, and I don't know if that the person who was cheating damaged the house. Did like, I don't know, the person who's cheating, their boyfriend, damaged the house? I don't really know exactly what happened. There's not many details. All I know is that the helicopter flew over, got us a lot of good photos of this house. Oh, and you could see in the background there's that SUV that also was damaged by the excavator. Yeah. So this person's house is toast. Their car, toast. Yeah. Yeah. So that definitely sucks for that guy. But he should have been doing whatever the heck he was doing, is really, I think, the moral of the story. So, hold on. Let me turn this off. So the next one that I have, this is a good one. This happened in Miami. This happened Wednesday in Miami. This has happened at 11 p.m. Wednesday. So there was a uniformed police officer working crime suppression detail. I don't even know what that means. Anyways, the cop was in an area known for high narcotic sales and usage.
Mm-hmm.
So he sees this guy in a truck in a parking lot, and he sees so wait, maybe this guy was in the Dodge Charger. And anyways, the cop saw them do a drug deal between two cars. So the guy throws the Dodge Charger in reverse because he wants to leave the lot. The cop blocks him and rolls down his window, and he tells him he wants to talk to him. Mm-hmm. So the guy says, "What, are you trying to come in?" The cop goes, "No, I need to speak to you. You are not free to leave." So then the guy laughs out loud and goes, "Psych!" and flies off. Like he actually said to the cop. He actually said, "Psych!" Drove away, ran a stop sign, crashed into an 18-wheeler, and now the dude's in the hospital, arrested.
Figures.
That was in Miami.
Florida man.
Yeah. Like I said, I just love that he actually, like, that's just something out of like a movie, right? You don't think that happens in real life.
Oh,
no,
it
did. It did. The guy yelled it. It's hilarious.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's not even that it sounds like it's something that would happen in a movie. I mean, if you stay in certain areas for long enough, and it's more or less like yeah, that tracks. That tracks. It's there's areas like that in every state. You just
Yeah.
have to be there at the right time for the right moment. Like there was a story in Ohio about a cop chase and arrest and things, and I can't remember all of the exact specifics. But when I first read the article about it, all I could think is it's gotta be Florida or like California or something. No, it was somewhere like, Idaho or something ridiculous.
Hmm.
I mean, you've heard about the guy that not too long ago did a police chase on a horse buggy, an Amish guy, drunk,
No.
led a high speed chase on a buggy.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can in
Wait.
certain states you can't get arrested for a DUI for driving a buggy.
So the Amish dude in the buggy was drunk.
Hmm. Yeah, he led the cops on chase,
Oh.
and the video of it is so comical because the cops actually debate on whether or not they want to do anything about it because the one cop's like, oh yeah, well we know him. It's not something uncommon, and the horse knows where it's going. So I mean, technically, I mean, while he's got the reins and he's considered driving it, the horse is actually the one doing
Yeah.
everything. So is he really driving drunk, or is the horse just kind of driving and letting him sit in the back type? Like the whole thing is so funny. You'll have to look it up on YouTube. It is comical as all get out. It's a few years old, but it is like one of the funniest things. Even the
That,
Amish have their moments.
well, at least though, at least they're safe about it, right? Like you said, the horse is the one. The horse is the one doing the work.
I wouldn't necessarily say they're safe about it. In this
Okay,
case,
well,
it was
safe,
at least safe.
safer,
Yeah,
I
at least
guess,
in this case it
because
was safe. Yeah, because there was another one where a guy brought a horse into a bar while drunk, and it was just like a cowboy, in probably Texas or something like that, or Wyoming. And why the guy got in trouble is the horse actually like broke a table or two or something like that, and almost he either did break his leg or almost broke his leg. Like it was a whole thing. And of course the bar before that never had a no horse inside the bar rule. Then after that they did.
well, because who thinks you actually need to make that a rule,
uh Apparently quite a
right?
few people, because somebody else did it on that show Bar
Oh,
Rescue. There's an episode of Bar Rescue where somebody did that on there. So the horse didn't break its leg, thankfully. It just
yeah,
hit a table or something, and but that one was funny too. I would never, as someone who's owned horses, I would never do something like that. That's just cruel to the animal.
yeah.
That's my opinion.
The horse. David R said the horse is aiding and abetting. He is. I want to see the. I want to see the horse's mug shot. That's what I want to see. See, and I'm a true crime fanatic. And Back said, if you want to look up some disturbing stories, look up all the deaths connected to Lake Michigan. They just fished out a 14-year-old recently that got pulled under by the current. Are all of the deaths just drowning accidents? 'Cause like that one you said it was the current, or are like murderers dumping bodies in
A little
Michigan?
bit of both. Lake Michigan, um, yeah, those lakes are kind of synonymous for having strange things happen in body. But there is another lake that's not near there. I can't think of what the lake is, but they actually won't dredge the bottom of it because there's so many bodies that have been dumped in it. So, but that's not the
But
same lake.
but wait, wouldn't that make you want to dredge the bottom though, so you could get the bodies?
Yes and no, but it's been
Right.
one of those things where it's been a dumping ground for like what they do every once in a while, I think, but it's one of those ones where it was used like Civil War type thing, and way back. I believe they even ended up putting a dam and flooding the town or something like that. Like, yeah, listen, there's a lot of weird history if you look into it in a lot of different areas. You just have to be willing to, I guess, decide what all you want to know.
So Back says they say, and have a good night, DJ. Back said they say it's
And I do.
drowning or diving accidents, but with the dot dot dot, thinking he doesn't believe that they're all just accidents. See, I'm a true crime fanatic, so now I'm gonna have to look into this. And I love a little conspiracy theory. Like I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat, but I want a little conspiracy theory in my life. So I'm gonna be looking into this now.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a conspiracy theorist. However, um, I am one of those people that like to say, is it really a conspiracy if it's true? And a lot of them turn out to be true. Like they used to say the syphilis experiment was just that. It was uh, uh, conspiracy. It's not. Just like back in the early 90s, there was a supposed conspiracy of them testing AIDS on people with bleeding, clotting, and things, blood disorders. Wasn't really a conspiracy, it was a fact. I mean, sterilization, there's a sterilization conspiracy from back in the, what, like 1950s or something like that, where they sterilized an entire town. Not a conspiracy. They say, oh, aliens exist, or, that's a conspiracy. Aliens don't exist. Well, here we are all these years later, and they're like, well, aliens exist. So it's only a conspiracy until enough people want to come forward and say, hey, it's not
Mental
really a
says the
conspiracy.
only difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth is a couple of years.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So I listened to this interview. Some guy who was like one of the leaders of the flat Earth movement.
Hmm.
He died because he like I don't know. He made some sort of contraption. He was going to launch himself into space. Not surprisingly, he just died from it. It didn't launch him into space. So I listened to an interview that this guy did. He didn't. He knew that the Earth wasn't flat. He knows we have a round Earth.
Hmm.
But the whole reason he was part of this flat Earth conspiracy was just to say, like, don't believe everything you're told.
Hmm.
Right? So it wasn't, he knew that was not the right conspiracy, but he did it just to help bring awareness to don't believe everything. And I'm like, that's actually a very valid point. And he's like, people can lie to you about anything. And I'm like, that's a valid point, but I wish he would have like said that and not just gone with a conspiracy he knew was not true. But it was extremely fascinating to listen to this dude interview, I have to say.
Man, bear, pig. So it reminds me of Man, bear, pig from South Park.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. They said that at one point they told, of course, I'm going to have a brain fart because I can't think of his name. But you'll know who I'm talking about. When he first started saying global warming's a thing, we need to be concerned about global warming and the planet, whatnot. Al Gore. We need to be concerned about the planet. Everyone thought, oh, he's just a Looney Tune. No, don't get me wrong. he does have some loony moments. I'm not saying he's entirely like normal by a lot of people's standards. However, was he necessarily wrong on everything? No. Was he right on everything? No. But everyone loves to say, oh, he's a conspiracy nut. Is he? Is he though? When he gets a few things right? I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Now that we've covered a ton of conspiracy theories, oh, so what else shall we talk about?
So Sir X-Man sent me something. He just sent me this.
Uh-huh.
So he said this happened. This happened recently. This is in Nebraska.
Uh-huh.
They had hail that was the size of a baseball.
Oh, what?
Look at this person's. Look at this house.
Holy crap! That's a house.
Yes, like all this siding just demolished from hail. The 82-mile-an-hour winds and softball or yeah baseball or let me look at this again. It was softball sized hail. Yeah, like people's cars were totaled from this. Yeah, 4-inch diameter hail. Right? Can you imagine that? Like you're like I know you don't total a house, but right. But I feel like if you apply the same standards as a car to a house, like your house is totaled at that point,
Holy cow!
right? There's a picture of like an apartment building, and there's all this just these like dent hole things in the front of the apartment building. You know, everyone's windows are broken. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't even know what I do. Like, imagine you wake up and that's what you saw. That's what your house looked like.
Hold on, pull that up one more time. I'm
Yeah.
trying to expand my screen for some reason. Let's see. Hold on, let me do the other screen. Holy crap. Dude, the angle that came in.
Well, yeah, because the way it was 82-mile-an-hour winds. So this thing, like, yeah, I mean, it had to be blowing almost sideways. Not quite
Oh,
sideways, but like pretty close to. I mean, that's more than half the house that got just pummeled. Perry said the house looks like Resident Evil 7.
that looks like there's only a few panels that didn't get hit, really. Like
Yeah.
right underneath the roof line. You know what I mean?
And
Wow.
just, what do you, right? If this is what the siding looks like, what do you think that guy's roof looks like? Like, you know that roof has tons of damage.
Holy
Like I said,
cow.
your car is totaled. That's what your house looks like. Yeah.
Man. I hope he's got great insurance, and for his sake, from what I'm hearing about State Farm, I hope it's not State Farm. 'Cause I saw, I don't know how old the video is, but I came across a video not too long ago, and it was actually a roofing company, the owner of a roofing company. Um, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, Again, don't know how old the video was, but it was a roofer, the owner of the roofing company, on the roof with the insurance adjuster, because I guess the insurance adjuster was coming out to, see if they would cover the damage on the roof and whatnot. And the adjuster is saying, "Oh no, it just needs repairs. It doesn't need a whole new roof." And the roofer's like, "Listen, he took, I don't know what tool, but it was just something that should not have been able to actually like just pop off the thing the way it did. It
Yeah.
was like a screwdriver or something. And he just barely placed it under like the very front of the thing, and the whole thing just went plop. And he's like, "Look, there's a bunch of them literally just like falling off, and there's a couple that fell off and they were in the gutter." And the
Yeah.
insurance adjuster goes, "Oh no, that's not damage from the rain. Those aren't from the roof."
Well, that's the thing is that's a kicker. You pay every month for insurance and you don't use it every month, but like it's there. So that way when something happens, you have it, but then something happens and they try to weasel out of it. Like, no, I've been paying. This is the whole thing. This is the agreement. I pay you. You're taking all of our money, investing it, making money off of it, but something happens, you're going to pay me out now. And it is. They try to just, I don't know, this was an act of God. We don't have to cover it because there's nothing we could do. Like, I bet you for the hail, is that what they're going to say? That, well, we have no control over it, and now all these people are screwed?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. I'm just glad I didn't get hail with 82-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah.
Funny enough, I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on here. There's an insurance company that is not allowed to insure homes in the state of Florida after one of the no-name storms came through, and they just absolutely screwed everybody and said, "Oh no, Red Cross can handle it, FEMA can handle it." Like, it was a whole thing. So the state sued them, and they're not allowed to, or at least they weren't. I don't know about
Yeah.
now, but for quite a while they were not allowed to insure homes here
Yeah.
because of that. And it's like, that's sad when the governor has to step in and sue them
Yeah.
to keep them out of here and to pay for what they should be doing.
And you know what? All these insurance companies, even though they're paying out sometimes billions of dollars when these massive events hit, they're all still making profits. It's not that they don't have the money. They just don't want to spend it. But here nor there. Here's a good story. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go to California now. We're going to the other end of the country.
Okay.
This guy, he's on a list because he's been arrested before, and you know what kind of crime. When I say he's on a list, these are the kind of crimes that you do.
Yeah.
So he was loitering in the women's department at Nordstrom Rack. When they went to go review the video, here's a female shopper looking at whatever she's looking at, and you see the guy crouch down behind her and sniff her butt. That's what the guy does. The guy has a history of sniffing women's butts in public. Yep. And there's actually somebody on TikTok posted a video of this guy back in 2023 because at a Barnes & Noble, he sniffed her butt, and he claims that he was just tying his shoe. He was not tying his shoe.
And where was this at?
This is in California.
And I can tell you one of the biggest problems is it was in California, because if it was in certain other states, I don't think he would have walked away with either all his body parts or in one piece. Man.
Well, that's why I'm surprised that no one has, like, just punched this dude.
Punch
I mean,
him.
because they know,
They
obviously they know it's happening. Like, whether the women turn around and see the dude, or whether somebody else sees the guy and says, like, "Hey, this guy's being a perv." Like, right, the police are being called, so people are seeing what he's doing. Yeah. But since he's your career criminal, he's out. He's got $100,000 bond, so he's sitting in jail right now. Yeah.
Telling you, man, I've only ever been able to have fun a few times in my life. Not that I want to meet these creepy guys, but the few I've had the unfortunate run into, I never get to have as much fun as some of these other people I would if I had the opportunity. That's a shame sometimes.
Yeah.
I actually have been groped in a theme park.
That is not a fun fact.
No, but the guy lived to regret it. And I can promise you he probably never did that again. So, which is kind of funny considering the fact that I was with a bunch of guy friends, of course, with Dreadpool as well. We were already married at the time. And fun fact, I'm actually one of the smallest people, aside from Tiny. Well, Giant is now taller than me. But we had a group of our guy friends with us, whom were all just as big as my husband. And I happened to be a few feet away from them. I was waiting in
Mm-hmm.
line to check out. I was buying something in one of the gift shops, and it was raining, so the shops were extremely crowded because people were trying to hide from the rain and whatnot. And there was this younger 20 late 20s, early 30s group of guys standing behind me, dude bros. And the one guy, I'm standing there minding my business, and all of a sudden I feel this hand get a little closer to me. And of course, it's crowded, so I didn't think anything of it. I just
Yeah.
figured, we're all trying to squeeze in. We're all kind of standing one top of each other like sardines. I actually know this guy's hand, I feel it on my butt. But again, I'm kind of like, well, we're close together. Maybe he doesn't realize. He's not actually like grasping or anything. Well, then he did take a nice handful. And instead of causing a scene and yelling, like a lot of women would rightly do, me being the death that I am, I decided to handle it silently, quickly, and with a lot of pain. And I proceeded to elbow him not once, not twice, allegedly, but a few times. Once in the ribs, once in the stomach, and once a little lower. He instantly doubled in pain. His friends got upset and went, "Oh my God, what happened? What's wrong?" And of course, this fool's not going to say anything. So he didn't. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh," he's like, "I bumped into her. She must have just bumped into me." I turned around, looked at him, and I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I hit you?" And then I turned back around, and what do you know? At that point, my guys, saw what was going on,
Yeah.
started walking over, and all of a sudden he looks up to see these big guys come walking towards me, and I'm smiling. And they're like, "Is everything all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine." And of course, the guys then got behind me to put
Yeah.
space, and they're like, "You could," and I'm like, "That's handled. You see him on the floor, looking upset, getting ready to cry. Who's not admitting to nothing? What's he gonna say?
Yeah.
Little 5 foot nothing thing just put a hurting on me, and now her gigantic bodyguards are now
Yeah.
standing in front of her. Like, buddy, one of my guys could have taken your entire crew, not to mention the littlest one, me. I probably could have wiped the floor with all of you.
I say you could have taken the entire crew.
Yeah. Nobody's saying nothing. My one friend, after the fact, he's like, seriously, he's like, he's like, if he had said something, we could have got in trouble. I'm like, nah, because he would have had to explain why it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to
So,
admit what he did.
yeah, I was like, we're good. Still, I wish you would have said something. I'm like, why? Let you fools have all the fun? I don't think so. And of course, Dreadful's just like, yeah, that's my wife. That's her.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. You messed with the wrong woman. That's right, Sir Exon. I am the one.
oh, so well, this was a couple months ago. I think we had talked about New Orleans,
Mm,
that all those guys escaped from jail,
yeah.
right? They went what was it, I think 10 of them, and one of them's still out. 9 of them they caught. The 10th one, he's still out. They haven't even found him yet. They like cut behind a toilet or something. They all escaped. That same jail, just this week, they accidentally released the wrong guy. The guy they
Again.
well no the other guys escaped, so they just on their own got out. But this one, they let the wrong guy out. Like, they were supposed to release somebody. These people didn't even have the same last name. It was a similar last name, which that like it's not even like they were both John Smith and you picked the wrong one. Like, no, it was a different last name, but similar. So they got confused over who the correct inmate was. and they let the wrong guy out. So now this guy's out. I don't think they found him yet because when I looked today, there was not an update saying that he was caught. What was updated yesterday, but it doesn't say he was caught. So he must still be out there. But now they're telling him because he's out, and see this I don't agree with. They released him. Okay. Now though, because he wasn't really supposed to be out,
Mm-hmm.
all the people who like on their own escaped, I forget this article doesn't now say what you get. Like you get charged with the fact that you escaped. This guy potentially is going to get charged with him escaping. But that's what I don't agree with because this guy didn't escape. And how is he? Okay, now I know that I'm sure the dude knows he's not supposed to be out, but like theoretically,
Mm-hmm.
what if you get out and then you're like, I need to just like go chill in the woods. I need to get off the grid. What if you're not watching the news so you don't know that they're looking for you, but now you're going to like you're the one who's going to get in trouble? I think it's crappy because they let him out.
Wait. So did they even try to find him from like where, like his address where they think he'd be?
Yeah, they're looking for him and they don't know where he is.
Okay, so they're saying that because they messed up and he's not turning. Have they given him the opportunity to turn himself in, and he's just not doing it?
Well, so my guess is that because it says that he may face additional charges. So my guess is that if he quickly turns himself in, that he would not face additional charges. But if he doesn't come back for like a month, he's probably going to, I'm sure it'll be less than a month. But like if he doesn't come back for a while, I'm sure they're going to charge him. But like I said, I just think that's crappy. It's not his fault. Because if they let him out, are you going to be like, no, I'm sorry, officer, I would like to stay here? No, of course you're like, oh, I'm letting out? Okay.
The
I don't
whole
know.
thing's so dumb.
But like, how? I mean, the prison. You have 10 people escape. It's already like you already have serious problems in your prison. But now you can't even check names. And like I said, they didn't even have the same name. There were two different names. How on earth do you screw that up? Stevie Mack said, I heard one of the guys was hiding under a pile of lettuce. No wonder that guy got caught. Right? How on earth are you hiding under a pile of lettuce? But if you were that smart of a criminal, and you wouldn't have been arrested the first time, I guess. So,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they let him, how early did they accidentally release him? Well, better yet, did they say what crime he was originally there for?
I accidentally just closed the tab, and I forget how to get the tabs back. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here this article. Um, he was in custody on multiple charges and had active warrants in both Orleans and Jefferson parishes at the time of release.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy does have a rap sheet. This is his history, so I don't know what he actively was in prison for, but his history includes aggravated burglary, aggravated assault with a weapon, aggravated criminal damage to property, felon in possession of a firearm, drug law violations, illegal possession of stolen property, possession of drug paraphernalia of resisting an officer. And he has an active warrant for aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic abuse, child endangerment, and home invasion.
Yes,
So
child abuse. I feel like, yeah, he should probably go back to jail.
yeah, so then the person who the prison superintendent, even though it was a mistaken release from custody, you're on notice. You are a fugitive.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to turn yourself in. You and others who may be harboring him at this moment, you will be subject to prosecution yourself because you are on notice. Um, yeah. Like I said,
I mean, if they were non-violent
uh,
crimes and not a bunch of them, that might be a little more. But I feel like aggravated assault, child neglect. Didn't you say something about abuse of a child or something
yeah,
like that? Yeah, yeah.
child endangerment.
Child endangerment. Like there's too many things that you probably,
Well, I feel like the longer the list of crimes is, the less likely the person is to turn themselves back in,
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
right? So
But
somebody like
also the
this,
worst
he's
they
not.
probably are too at that.
I don't think this guy's just going to willingly turn himself in,
Oh
and
hell no.
hopefully he learned. Well, not hopefully because I want the guy to be caught for him, but for him's sake, hopefully he learned and like he's not hiding under a pile of lettuce or something stupid like the other people.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just get the same exact jail. They need to like from the top down. They need to make a lot of changes because things are not going well over there.
Oh yeah, no. I feel like the warden should definitely be
Yeah,
looked at and maybe, I don't know, retrained. I feel like the staff that's in charge of doing releases, and as well as, because it's the same people that do registration and check-ins to begin with, I feel like maybe they need a few more,
well,
classes, training,
too.
something.
Just think like you go to the hospital. How many times do you have to verify who you are? Every single person you come in contact with, you have to verify who you are,
We're
right?
also supposed to have state ID. I mean, I don't know about all prisons, but I know I've heard that a lot of prisons have like an actual like plastic card with your name, your
Well,
inmate
that's
number, your
exactly.
picture,
Like I
and
said,
things
you're
like.
you're at the hospital. You got your little wristband on. Yet every
Yeah,
single person still confirms that it's you. That it's
yeah,
not like I didn't go switch my wristband with somebody else. Like this is really me. Wouldn't you think a prison would be similar? Because they're saying like, oh well, this is human error because somebody messed up. Okay, well one person made a mistake. But you
yeah.
mean to tell me that's the only person who has to check this guy's ID when you're releasing them? Don't you think that there would be multiple people and every single person should be like, okay, are you John Smith? Yeah, yes, you say you are. You have the info. Oh, yep, your picture matches the ID. Okay, we're good.
You
You
said
would
this is
think.
you said this is California, right?
No, this is New
Oh,
Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay, New
Yeah.
Orleans. Okay.
Or Louisiana. It's right outside of New Orleans.
Okay,
But
well, still, I feel like I'm pretty sure most prisons do have those cards, and if you don't turn them in before you leave, that you can actually like get in charge for like um thieving like government property. Like you're not supposed to take them with you type thing. Like, I mean, or maybe I'm wrong, you might be able to take them with you, but still, either way, they have plastic cards with pictures, inmate names,
yeah.
inmate numbers on them, and I'm almost positive all hospitals. You know what? I'm Googling it now.
But like I said, don't you think, especially during a release, that there would be more than one person involved in verifying your identity?
Hmm.
Like they're making it seem like one person made a mistake.
Yeah, no, multiple
If
people.
truly is one person made a mistake, you need different practices because yeah, that's you need at least two people because then if one person makes a mistake, the other person can catch it. I mean, I would recommend more than two for a release, but I don't work at a prison, so what do I know? But yeah, so I don't know what they got going on down there, but they suck. So if anyone lives in the New Orleans area, and you were looking for a job in law enforcement, I have a feeling some prison jobs might be opening up soon. There might be some availability for you. Dredd said, hospitals have been checking people's IDs and still managed to cut the wrong leg off. Yes, but it's on the correct person. I think that's why now they like draw an X like on your leg. They like mark you with marker to help cut down on that.
Not for nothing, but I mean, I feel like Louisiana in general is had issues with their police stuff, prison
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, what, last year, right? Wasn't it the one where they were having rats eat the drugs out of the evidence, and
Yes.
then they decided to move the storage from a storage building, a fully concrete storage building that was not in the center of town, into a glass building in the center of New Orleans or something like that.
Yeah, there's just a lot of issues. Stevie Mack said who's running this place, the Hamburglar. A Hamburglar would probably do a better job, let's be real. Although the lady who did the press conference this time wasn't the lady with the funky glasses, because that's all I remember when all those people escaped. The lady, like, I forget what color they were. She had very unique glasses. Like, I feel like she should just put on the boring, basic, solid color, black, blue, something kind of neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Not the crazy one she had. But she didn't do the press conference because I would have definitely noticed this is just a random looking lady.
Okay, so just a quick Google. This is what it says. Okay, yes, inmates in many prison systems are issued ID cards that include their name, inmate number, and photograph. These cards are crucial for various purposes within the prison system, including identification, access and privileges, security ID. Oh, here we go. Security ID cards can enhance safety and security within the facility by helping to prevent issues like inmates assuming another's identity or unauthorized access to areas. Additional details. Inmates typically receive their ID cards during the initial processing upon entering the prison system and placement. They may be required to wear their ID cards clipped to the uniform or on a wristband, making it easily visible and accessible. Variations, specific details included on the ID card, i.e., include height, weight, eye color, and security level, and the rules regarding their use can vary slightly between different prison systems in jurisdictions. Now, for the big one, because we're talking about Louisiana.
Oh, are you able to look this up? Like what specific Louisiana's rules are?
I'm just looking to see if they have them. I'm just Googling to see if they have to do prison inmates have to have ID cards with their information in Louisiana. Aha, here we go. Yes, Louisiana prisons, like many correctional facilities, issue ID cards to inmates during their processing. This ID card is typically required for various inmate activities, such as purchasing items from the commissary, receiving visits, and participating in programs. While the exact details of the information on the card may vary, it typically includes the inmate's name, the inmate's DOC ID number, which is the number assigned to the inmate, and a picture. The ID cards are often photo ID cards. So, and inmates are generally required to carry their ID cards at all times within the facility. So, I'm just saying, how
Yep.
did that happen? I feel like if you don't come back to me later this week or by Sunday at the latest, reading me an article of like 20 different people being fired or put on administrative leave or being demoted or suspended without pay or something, I feel like we need tinfoil hats because this seems awfully shady. Especially now that I was able to find that particular information out. And that's not just Google AI, that's their actual website answering that question. So, hey everybody out there, what do you guys? Oh, hey RWK. Oh, you're in Mexico. Hey, hey, hey. How's it going over there?
Yes, I hope you're enjoying vacation.
Yeah. How is it? Seriously, how is it? I've always wondered, like, I know tequila's pretty good over there. I know tequila, you can get really good tequila for cheap, or at least you used to. I don't know about now, but I heard at one point it was a really good place to buy tequila. And funny enough, most people don't know tequila is not the liquor with the worm in the bottom of the bottle.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was. What is?
I can't think right now, but it's not tequila. I mean, I believe there are some that have it, but it's not normally something.
Yeah.
It's something else. I just can't think of what it is. Oh, Eli's in Mexico. That's cool.
Oh, Stevie said, RWK, are you eating Taco Bell in Mexico?
I hope you're eating good not taco. I hope you're eating good Mexican food.
Yeah,
in
he's not.
Mexico.
Yeah, like Chipotle.
Breaking my heart. Breaking my heart.
Oh.
Killing me. You're killing me, Small. You're killing me.
I had to.
But do we have any more interesting news stories?
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I've been thinking about all day long. So, when you think of your car and you think of
Oh, wait, real quick. Stevie, answer the question. It is, I'm probably going to butcher this, mezcal that has the worm in the
okay.
bottom. And it is similar to tequila. So, yeah. Okay.
See, educational.
See, I knew it wasn't tequila. I knew it was something like tequila. So,
Yeah.
thank you, Stevie. I appreciate you. All right, carry on. I apologize for interrupting yet again.
So when you think of what car or what feature your car is missing, what comes to mind? I'm sure there's a lot of things
that my car in particular is missing.
Yeah, just if you think if you asked anybody at all, like what do you think people would say? What do you think some answers people would give on what their car is missing?
Okay. Oh, what other people might say?
Anybody, whether it's you, whether you think other people, doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay, two things I feel like my vehicles are missing. First thing, I miss CD players in cars. I really, really do, because I still have my old CD collection. I would love to have an old school CD player in my car. And second thing, I do have heated seats, and I love my heated seats. However, I would really, really appreciate it if they could make it to where I could just turn just the back of my heated seat on without turning the butt part on.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like it to be able to get hotter than what it actually does. Like, I want it to be like an actual heating pad, like a real heating pad on my seat. Otherwise, as far as like missing things go, I'm good. A CD player and like a heating pad on my back seat would be nice. Otherwise,
So you've never thought to yourself, I work at home, I work in the office. I really need a third workspace. I really need to turn my vehicle into an office, and I need Microsoft Teams integrated into my console because I need to be on Teams meetings and have people look at me through my car's camera as I'm driving down the road on my Teams meeting. Um, and I need uh, Microsoft 365 Copilot so I could help me write emails and respond to Teams messages in my car. Um, and because this is going to be my third workspace, I need it so that way I can have my personal account, my business account, and my work's IT department through my car can make sure that my work account meets all the correct, settings and criteria. You've never had these thoughts. This isn't what you
no.
dream of for a car. Because Mercedes Benz thinks that's exactly what you need in your car, and yeah, that's what they're coming out with. That's exactly what they're coming out with, and I want to know who on earth asked for this. Who?
Mm,
I mean, I guess if you're like a CEO or something,
maybe if you're
but
driving around in like a roll, because I know I've seen like um what are those like tour videos of like Rolls Royce and things like that. And I know there's like a Rolls Royce that was specifically designed for like the business douchebag that insists on working in his car that has like a fold out desk and thing like that. Like, and it's got like a computer, like a fold
but
out thing so you can put your laptop, and then you can have a desk with a notepad and like all that crap. And there's even like a bar you can like pull out.
but I
And
feel like if you got Rolls Royce money though,
yeah,
you're working 24/7. It's like you
yeah.
need that. You need a desk in your car if you can afford a Rolls Royce. You're not just a normal person.
I know a lot of people. Dreadpool, you may see, he
Uh,
works from his van, and I know quite a few guys that do work from their vehicle. I know women and things. Like when I was doing event planning, I worked from my vehicle. Sometimes you have to. Cops work from their vehicles all the time. However, I feel like you don't need any more, like what you're saying, like the added extra crap to be able to work in your vehicle is so stupid. It's just like when
but
they announced Tesla, the fact that you could put it on automatic drive and basically work while your car is driving for you and stuff. I feel like that's just, why are we inviting bad decision making? Like, why are we encouraging lack of common sense? You know what I mean? Like, you should not be busy focusing on writing a paper while driving down the highway or even
well,
down a
no.
45
See,
mile an hour road
well, no.
type
See, they
thing.
already have safety in mind. So
Mhm.
even though everyone else can see you, who needs to see you driving the car? Once you go into drive, you aren't going to see them sharing the screen on your console. It's going to make sure that it doesn't share the screen.
Mhm.
And I feel like the people who work out of their vehicles, people who are on Microsoft Teams meetings are like office people.
Mhm.
You have an office somewhere. What do you aren't right? This is just a way for your boss to be like, "Oh, we need you to go to the other office today, but instead of taking that hour-long commute, you have to download Teams into your car so I can watch you on camera through a Teams meeting to make sure that when you tell me you're stuck in traffic, that you're really stuck in traffic." Like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. And I've been thinking about this all day long because, like I said, who on earth wants? Well, first of all, who wants Microsoft Teams? Microsoft Teams sucks. Nobody wants it to begin with, and no, surely nobody wants it in their car. But this is what they say: they're bringing in-car productivity to a new level. No, no. And like, turn your camera off if you're driving. I don't need to watch you on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Although I would like to watch you on camera if you're driving and then something happens. Like, I get to watch you get angry and like yell at somebody and flip them off. That would be entertaining. That I would be on board with. But yeah. And like, what, when you're parked, you're going to use AI to help you. Like, I forget that. Let me see if I don't know if this article, if I open up the right article that has it. But one of the AI is going to help you like summarize some. It was like, I don't know, summarize something so that it helps you like. It was going to use AI. Oh yeah, using voice prompts, drivers can summarize emails, retrieve or query client preferences and details, and manage daily tasks without distraction. Microsoft 365 Copilot has the potential to transform the vehicle into a third workspace, complementing the office and home. Nope, nobody wants this Mercedes Benz. Nobody. And of course, you have to pay for it too, right? Like, this isn't free. And just imagine your boss sees that you have a Mercedes and tries to force you to do this bullshit. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, people are insane.
as a society, we have a problem. We work too much that this is even a thought in any car manufacturer's head. I mean, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
no, honestly, it's nuts. And the fact that somebody would be willing to do something, I have no words. I have no words. But I am going to comment back to Mental Niner because we were discussing talking cars, right? And he has he says he uses his heated seat. Um, I like to use mine almost daily too because it does feel good on my back. Um, he apparently has the seats that have the AC that cool down, which is nice. I'm sure it's very helpful. I wouldn't mind having that myself. However, I'm about to brag just a little bit. My actual seats, because of the way they're designed and the newer leather that they've used in them, my seats don't actually get hot enough to really burn me.
What are they
So
made out of? Are they fabric?
they're
Well, they
leather.
have okay. Well, this have to be leather for the heater, right? How do they not get hot?
Well, they do get hot. They don't. They're not entirely. It's not like they stay cold or anything. They do get hot, but you know how with traditional leather seats, if you're wearing shorts and you sit down on them, your legs kind of melt
Yeah,
instantly. The way mine are designed, with the way they're made, they're not completely with old leather seats. It was that just straight
yeah,
leather with no holes or anything. Mine are actually a little more on the breathable end. They do have like slight holes almost, like divots.
okay,
So it's not a complete flat surface. So mine actually don't get as hot with between that and the windows and things. They do still get hot. And trust me, if I leave my car closed in the sun with no visor on for an entire day when it's like 100 degrees outside, yeah, they're going to be hot
yeah,
to the touch when you get in. But for the most part, they're actually, that was one of the things that I actually really liked about the car. It's one of those ones that's designed not to burn you necessarily to the
nice.
touch. They do stay slightly cooler, which I thought was an awesome selling point. Not the only reason I got the car, but one of the selling points. Because I did not want anything to do with leather seats for that reason. I wear shorts a lot. Anybody knows wearing anything and putting it on leather, hot leather, you're gonna melt to it. So, but that's my little brag. My little brag. so I don't have cold seats, but I don't necessarily need them, so it's okay. But yeah, where are we? Cookerman says he needs that Pink Piggles money. We all need that Pink Piggles money. Even Pink Piggles needs that Pink Piggles money.
Hell yeah,
I
because
want
that
that
pink
pink
pickles money,
money.
I'm not working, so I don't have to worry about anything, right? I'm trying to win the lotto. I don't play it all the time, but I'm trying. It's not working out so well. Last time I played the lotto, I didn't even win like $2. I've won absolutely nothing at all. I mean, winning $2 still would have put me in a loss because I bought more than one ticket, but like at least I would have had something. Yeah.
Oh, are you trying to mute when you cough, Pink?
I don't know.
I was gonna
Sometimes
say,
yes, sometimes no. I don't know, and I don't know why I'm
oh,
like dying all of a sudden. You see,
okay.
because then I'm coughing, and then I get beet red, and then I don't know. I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
well, I
I
didn't
was
think you were
drinking and
even
didn't.
trying to mute. And Dred said you're muted when you're not muted, but I don't
Well,
think you're
see,
trying to do it all
nor
the time.
yeah, because I don't know how to, and normal people probably try to, and I can't. Yeah. Okay, so when I play video games, I don't know what I do because I don't change the settings, but then somehow the settings change on me, and I never think to like check if things work. And then Perry will be like, we can't hear you. And it's like, great. So I just spent 5 minutes talking and nobody heard anything at all. Great.
Well, good night,
This is a
mental
constant
miner.
struggle.
I'm sorry. Good night, mental miner. He's going to
Yes.
sleep.
So Cookerman asked about casinos. We don't, it's not a full casino by us, but it's slot machines and like video gaming, I think. We haven't even been there yet. It's been open for years. Haven't even been there. Last night, though, oh my God, I knew it was busy on the weekends. I didn't know it was that busy. Holy crap. It was like insane. And I said, I didn't know that many people came to play the slot machines.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to go, but I'm going during the week. There's no way I'm going to go with a gazillion people. I need to go on like, I don't know, Tuesday night or something when no one else is out and about.
Have to go to a casino. Come down here. We'll go to the casino. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll go play
See,
slots.
I just want to be rich and I don't want to work for it. That's what it boils down to. I'm tired of working and I just want to not work and be rich. So, yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting late.
Uh,
It's been almost 2 hours.
yes.
People need to go to sleep because they need to go to bed in the morning.
Yep.
And as entertaining as this has been, it is time. But that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.
Yes.
And we'll have more news stories because I know we didn't cover them all, so we'll get to more later. But I feel like Pink should go to bed. She has work in the morning. She has to get up in the morning.
Unfortunately.
And it's almost midnight. No, it is midnight. It's not
Yeah, it's
almost.
It's 12:10. It is.
Okay. So, with that all being said, have a wonderful night, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope you have a good week this week. We'll see you next Sunday. And I am Death Dealer.
And I'm Pink Pickles.
Have a wonderful night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.